UCLA Radio was good. You are now tuned back in the Foresight. Today we got a special guest in the building all the way from Flint, Michigan with a Yoshi Vintage. What's going on?
You feel me? What's up, though?
What's happening? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Sunny outside, nice palm trees and stuff like that.
I hear. How's your Cinco de Mayo going?
You said what?
How's your Cinco de Mayo going?
It's going good, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know today was that.
I feel you. I hear it. But so let's get right into things. So you are initially from Flint. So how long have you been in LA?
For 2 years now.
Okay, and what inspired you to move out here?
Just being from Flint, it's not much of a music scene out there. It's just a different place. It's a place that I love where I'm from, but you got to get out because if you don't, in Flint, it's you either gonna live or you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. No matter if you not into nothing, no matter if you is into something. That's just how it is out there. So I knew I had to be the one to inspire the city that you can get out of Flint, because the saying in Flint is once you in Flint, you there forever. And I wanted to show them that's not the case. You feel me?
Right. And then even regarding the water situation, has that been able to be improved or fixed at all, or?
Nah, they ignoring it. They trying to give people fake news. You know what I'm saying? It's fake news. They trying to give people ways to say it's getting better. Just doing little stuff that don't even really, that's still not affecting the water and making it better. So it's they just stopped giving people free water, but they just started doing it again because it was an outrage on social media and everybody found out. I went to Flint last June and my mama still can't take a shower. None of that. You gotta use water bottles and stuff like that. So it's just terrible. They still not trying to do nothing. The problem is still there. I think it was done purposely. You know what I'm saying? Just for it being a place where most people is minorities and stuff like that. I already know it's fake news going on. You feel me?
And did any of the government officials or legislators get charged or indicted with anything regarding that?
Man, I think somebody got charged. I don't even know if he went to jail or nothing like that. I think it was just he got charged and then he just got charged and stuff like that. It wasn't they ain't do nothing but give people $400 worth of food stamps. What food stamps gonna do when you can't get in the goddamn shower? Your ass can't do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? But you giving people food stamps. How they gonna cook the food and shit? You need water to boil shit.
Right.
You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? It's fake news. It's fake news.
And then so surrounding that, what do you think the artist, what's the artist's responsibility as far as driving social change and bringing awareness to issues like that?
It's just we can do the best that we can. Me purposely, right now, I'm not really I ain't famous or nothing like that, but me just knowing everybody in the city and me being the one that made it out the city, I got a lot of eyes on me, so I try to say stuff about it in my music. Anytime I'm on something like this, I try to bring awareness or whatever, because I know when I get into the because you gotta really have power these days. If you ain't got no power, people don't even give a fuck about nothing. If I was somebody I'm just bringing up anybody Beyonce or something like that, it would be easier for me to say hey, this need to be fixed, and people would listen. That don't mean they would try to fix it, but they would listen though. But when you ain't really got no position to be talking, it's kind of you got to do what you can do to get a position so you can be able to bring really you know what I'm saying? It's just politics. Everything is politics.
And then so for the California listeners that aren't familiar, what is the music community specifically in Flint? Because Detroit has always had a lot of emerging dope musicians, MCs. So as far as Flint goes, what are some other artists right now?
Shout out to my boy Jaquavius girls, crispy life, you feel me? They lit out there, you know what I'm saying? We got who else? Dang, I just forgot everybody's name just randomly. But let me think. Farillo Star, that's my man's out there. He out there doing this thing. You got my man's RJ. He out there doing his thing with the camera scene. A whole bunch of different people. I can't think of everybody's name right now, but it's a lot of people on the scene trying to get to LA, because them seeing me doing it, now they all when they come to LA. So I'm trying to get in the position where I can be you know what I'm saying, put the homies on, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to all the folk out there on the scene. So shout out to the Buck, you feel me? So yeah.
Definitely. And then so how did you come up with the name Yoshi Vintage, and what's the significance behind it?
My brother came up with that name when I was little because he said I look like Yoshi because my nose big. You feel me? So, so it stuck with me. I was like, and I started looking at Yoshi. I said, you know what? I do look like Yoshi. Damn. So he was trying to sting my ass, but so I was like Yoshi, and then at first I was Supreme Sushi Yoshi. So I was rocking Supreme back before everybody was wearing that shit. I was rocking that shit in 9th grade. No shit. I had a grill shit in 9th grade. I was cool. But look, so I call myself Supreme Sushi Yoshi. And then, like, that name it was just wasn't it no more. You feel me? So I was just like, I got to change my name. At that time, I was heavily into, like, 90s fashion and stuff like that. So I was like, Yoshi old school, that shit sound crazy. So I was like, I'm going to have to find the synonym, antonym, whatever the word is, for the word old school. And I came up with vintage. So I was like, all right, I'm Yoshi Vintage. You feel me?
Dope. And then you spoke on, like, your inspiration, like, with 90s fashion. So, like, and even, like, your IG visuals are, you know, it's real colorful. Like, you know, the aesthetic is definitely there. So, like, what inspires you, like creatively?
Well, I'm crazy. You feel me? So it's kind of like when you crazy, you find inspiration in the craziest things.
Like what? Give us like a more concrete example. Like what's something that like is directly like.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like I wake up in the middle of the night with ideas and call this man Python right here and be like, bro, I got this idea. Like it's just randomly hit me. But like it really come from. I like people to when I make music. I like people to see the music because when I make music, I feel music. I don't really hear the music because like growing up, my mom was hella Christian, so I couldn't write music at home. So I had to learn how to write a cappella so I can write a full song without a beat and go to the studio then craft the whole thing because I like crazy ass sounding beats. So, but I like writing a cappella because it's funny to me because you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Right, you know what I'm saying? So that's really just it. I want people when they listen to it to visualize it. Like when I'm making music, I'm just visualizing the pain, I'm visualizing the scene. If I can't visualize it, then it ain't it.
So like when did you like first pick up like the pen and pad and really start writing?
I started writing music when I was like 6 years old. Cause so this happened. My mom was dating this dude, and he wrote music, whatever. He was kind of older, and he had a little recording studio and stuff. And so he wrote me a song, cause I knew how to sing ever since I was little. So I was a singer before I was a rapper. Okay. So he was writing. He wrote a song for me, right? And I was just like, it was cool, but then I was like, I was being rebellious, so I'm like, oh, I want to write my own music. You feel what I'm saying? So I started writing my own songs. I remember the first time I ever performed was 2nd grade in the talent show. I performed my own song I had wrote. Ever since then, every talent show I was in, I wrote my own song. Like I remember being in this competition when I was like, I think I was like 7 to 8, and I won. It was like a group of us, like 15 of us won, and we got to audition in front of Randy Jackson. I was the youngest, I was so extra. Like I made a script for the audition. I auditioned with a script, and I wrote a song for the audition. I remixed Amazing Grace, and he was just like,
"How did that remix go?"
Man, I killed that shit. You feel me?
Let me hear some.
I can't even remember. It was like. I remember just acting like all I remember is I was acting like an old lady in the beginning, an old lady that like was very hateful. I don't know why. I was so animated ever since I was young. I always was into acting, music. I wanted to do Broadway. Like I still want to do Broadway. Like you feel like on some Diana Ross shit. I'm probably gonna do that for my next album. You know what I'm saying? Come on, some Broadway shit. But yeah, like I just like that audition was cool. Like I never forget it. He was like, hold on, did she just make a script with all this shit? And he was like, you too young right now, but when you get some development along the years, he was like, you gonna be a star. And ever since then, I thought I was that nigga.
I hear it. And then, so like you spoke earlier, like just musically, like you kind of had like your mom's like church influence, but I'm curious to know like when you were able to break away from that, like what were some artists or like music that really kind of spoke to you and like gravitated towards you?
Oh, it was Kendrick. You feel what I'm saying? Like Kendrick, that's my favorite rapper.
Like how early? Like Section 80?
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. 9th grade, bro. Because like I said, going through Flint, I've never heard anybody have a story similar to mine ever before. And when he was talking about, that shit blew my mind. I remember failing computer class because all I was doing, because Section 80 was already out. So I was listening to Overly Dedicated, Section 80, and Good Kid, Mad City had just came out. So I was listening to all that shit in computer class, and I felt that shit. Because, like, I could not believe that somebody had the same story as me. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was so happy. Like it was just crazy to me. Like so I gotta say Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really like that's my biggest inspiration, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, picking up, you know, the music, and like being a more established rapper. Like, what is it? What is like your story that you want to tell the world through your music?
I don't know. No, I know. It's just more of like I feel like everybody, you know, perception is just different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like everybody, if I tell a story, like somebody gonna hear it different. So, but I feel like just as far as the story I want to tell is just to like people know that like it's okay to be you. It's okay to have flaws, and you know, and just like I don't know, my life was crazy. I had the craziest life I think. So I've never heard a story like my life before.
All right, and if you don't mind just asking, like, and sharing with the listeners, like, what is your story though, like?
Well, I just say the whole thing. Shit, I ain't got a problem saying the whole thing. So coming from Flint, I grew up in and out of motels. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a set home for more than like 6 months. It was hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was like she was trying to get it. You know, I had 3 brothers, so we all lived in this one motel room, one bed. You know what I'm saying? My bad, y'all gonna get me emotional up in here. I ain't trying to get emotional, y'all know I get crying in this bitch. Y'all feel me? I'm a G nigga though. But like yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So yeah, my bad, y'all. It's hard to
Nah, you good. Take your time. Take your time.
It's hard to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you know we grew up in and out of motels and stuff like that, and yeah, you know it's hard to really speak on it because like you know it's just I'm so happy now in the space I'm in now, so it's like hard for me to even talk about it because like I've overcome it. I used to like hold a lot of that in me. Like I used to be so like hateful about like where I was from. I didn't even want to like when I first moved to LA, I didn't even want to claim where I was from because I was like, man, all that bad shit I went through, I don't never want to remember that shit again. But it was just a lot, you know, like we never like my family was my own family. I didn't have like a lot of, you know, outside family. Like my family really didn't fuck with us because we was the ones in the family that really had a vision and really knew it was life outside of Flint and we wasn't caged in the mentality, you know what I'm saying? And like I had a lot of friends, I ain't gonna lie, cause I was just like a fool in school. I had a lot of friends and stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, when you know, I lost a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? From like 7th grade is when I lost my first friend, and like that's when like I started seeing life in real life. I was like, damn, like niggas really dying. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to school and your homeboy that used to sit next to you not right there no more. You know, and it just keep going on and on to the point where you get numb to death. You know, like that's one of the problems in Flint, like is death. Like just people just be dying, and it just make you feel like you're gonna be next. There's been a lot of situations where like. It's just been a lot. Like, it's hard for me, like I said, to speak on it because, like, the story is just so crazy. Like, just me going out of Flint, getting out of Flint was just, I know it wasn't nothing but the universe. Like, the universe, like, was like, I'm the chosen one. I'm the one that's supposed to carry the torch, you know what I'm saying, and keep guiding people because my older brothers is, like, in their 30s. And, like, recently, they friends hit me up. These niggas is in their 30s, like, man, Yoshi, bro, keep doing you. They didn't even talk to me when I was young, you know what I'm saying? But now they see what's going on the internet. They like, man, keep doing you, bro. You inspired me to stop selling dope and shit like that. And I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying? And I like, I'm still trying to figure it out myself because we are trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like I said, like that's really the story, just coming from something that you don't have to look like what you've been through. You don't have to hold hate. Man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wear the flowers in my hair because, like, I look at myself like the rose that grew from concrete. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I know what I've been through. And, like, if I look the way of the shit I've been through, man, y'all be in here like, I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? So that's really just what it is to, like, try to show people that, like, man, there's no limits. Like, I don't limit myself at all. I feel like I can just do anything, like, in this life because we are controllers of our destiny. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we can attract anything in life, so.
Definitely, and that was like, you know, a powerful personal antidote. So I think with that, it's only right that we go ahead and cut that 97 off your nostalgia project. And once again, listeners, you're tuned in to UCLA Radio on Foresight, Wisco, Sleep, and Carl. And today we got Yoshi Vintage rocking with us. We about to go ahead and cut this 97 record. Y'all stay tuned. Let's get it.
Sometimes I make love through text. Sometimes I
in 97, the angel came down from heaven, blessed the world with passion, tragic and habits and madness. Flint was underground Atlantis. You had to struggle, you had to crumble, you had to fumble. Don't nobody say you did graves for you. Don't nobody wait for you. They only sell you dreams and say they paved the way for you. I was homeless on the street. It was like a lion's jungle. Gotta get your own meat, get your own sleep, find your own sheep. No love for the weak. Hunt you down, break you down. Now they know your weakness now. Use that shit against you now. You call up in your feelings now. Call up in the dealers now. Staring at the ceiling now. In the still, rest in peace. J Dilla now. 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 I know it's hard out here for a pimp when you tryna get this money for the rent, y'all. You get a whole lot of bitches talking shit when they just talking, they ain't paying rent, y'all. I'm with my indigos, spring crystals, all my homies and Stacey Adams and Virgos. That's how we do it, meditate through it. Oh, sure he's speaking fluent. Never ever get us, never get my weight back. I can't wait to make a meal for the hood and get back. I can't wait to build that. Real love can heal that. A peace of mind every time. This is way more than just rap.
Tryna be cool, tryna be a girl, dancing at the mall, wearing skinny jeans, keep on rapping.
And then, yo, UCLA Radio, you are now tuned in to Foresight again. That record right there was 97. So you want to go ahead and break that one down for us?
Oh, my fault.
You all
Tripping.
good.
Niggas be crazy. But 97 was produced by my boy Sid. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Sid. It was the first song me and him made together. So before I met him, I was making a whole bunch of different type of experimental music. So when he told me, like I told you, I had just came from Flint, so I didn't really want to talk about where I was from.
Right.
And so he was like, I ain't trying to hear all that other shit, man. I'm trying to hear about where you from, bro. I ain't trying to hear about all that. And I'm like, bro, what? So I really had to go, like, I really had to, like, be like, all right. Yeah, so that's how that happened. You was in the garage and shit, and we made the song, whatever. But it was more of like basically just telling my story because like I hadn't like before that project came out, nobody really knew my story like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew where I was from, but 97 really was the one that broke down really like rare, like just everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So.
Right. And then for the listeners on the line too, I did want to be sure to open up the on-air line for like a call in or two, and that number is 310-794-9348. Once again, the on-air line number is 310-794-9348. We'll go ahead and pick up 2 calls whenever y'all call in. But, I wanted to transition into, like, is it, like, Pakk music group, right?
Yeah, shout out to my folk, you feel me?
Let's break that down. Like,
Pakk
how long have
music,
you been
baby.
affiliated?
I've been working with them. Okay, so, like I said, it was just me and Sid at first for, like, a year and a half, whatever, and I met them at the beginning of last year. Basically, this how it was. It was like I had a boy that used to, he interned for TDE or whatever, and he spent a lot of time on Q and Soul Camp. His name Tiz. Shout out to my boy Tiz. And like real genuine dude, he want to help everybody. You feel me? So when I met him, like he was like he just ran. He seen me perform in April of 2016, and didn't hit me up till October of 2016. Like it kept my app name, I guess, in the back of his head or whatever. And he linked up with me one day and was like, "Hey, bro, I want to link up with you and talk about your music plan, what you got going on." So I was just telling him about what I had going on, and I'm just making music right now. And he was just like, "Yo, you dope and all this." And you be thinking niggas lying when they say they doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? But no, he wasn't lying, man. So after we hung, he took me to Q concert or whatever. It was crazy. That was a crazy ass day. And I think it was the universe that did that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just random. He randomly out the blue called me. You know what I'm saying? So after that, he had this show that he used to throw every year called the Backyard Show. He used to have Kimbe, all types of people. You know what I'm saying? And he had me get on the show. Like, I ain't supposed to be on the show, but he was like, I'm gonna make some time for you because you dope,
Just
and I
threw you
want
in
you.
there.
You know what I'm saying? Threw me in there. So, before the show, Soul was shooting Raw Backwards, the Raw Backwards video, and I went to meet Kimbe, and because Tiz wanted to introduce me to Kimbe, and when I got there, dude was like, one of the dudes that work on the camp was like, oh, I like your style, you know what I'm saying? So he's shooting the video tomorrow, Tiz, bring her. And I was like, oh, okay. So I came to the video shoot. I was in that motherfucker like, you feel me? And you know what the funniest thing is? How you knew this was the universe? I walked outside. First of all, I ain't supposed to be outside, but I had to use the bathroom. I was like, I don't care about what's going on. So I walked outside, and Soul was standing outside, and I was sneak my way into the bathroom. And so I went to the bathroom, and I came out, and my friend, like, she was like, man, I want to talk to Soul. And I was like, man, be quiet, bro. We ain't here for all that. We just came to be in the video. Be quiet. You feel me? And she just screamed loud as fuck, and he turned around, like, and I was like, why did you do that? So we trying to creep past this man, and he was like, excuse me, how y'all doing? And I'm like, what? And he was like, oh, y'all ain't gonna give me no hug? And I was like, what? I'm like, what's going on? And so we started talking to him, and he talking about, like, how's the weather type of conversation. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, raining outside. You feel me? He was so nice. Like, so it was so nice. And so we was talking for a minute, and he was like, well, y'all have a good day and all this. It was so weird to me because it was just like, I mean, I don't know. It was just weird. So after that, the Backyard show came, and he was like, yo, I want to introduce you to these people called Pakk Music and all this. I already knew who they was already. And I was just like, man, I don't know, bro. I said, niggas don't like when you giving their music, try to rap to them and all that. He was like, trust me, I know what you was doing. Whole time he was already sending P and J Mo my music, but I didn't know. And so P, I think 2 days before what's it called again? The Backyard show. P was like, yo, Soul having the signing on Fairfax, come through. So I came through, and that's when I met P, this fool right here. I came through to meet P or whatever, and yeah, it was so funny, man, because North Star came to me like, you that Yoshi Vintage girl? And I was like, yeah. And I was just, like, back in the day, well, now I'm so, like, in my element. When I walk in rooms, it just be like, I'm Yoshi. You feel me? But, like, then I was just like, I was just in the back, like, quiet as hell, like, scared as hell. And I performed at the Backyard show. That was the first time, like, really hearing the music live and stuff like that. And afterwards, like, North Star came to me and was like, you crazy as hell. He was like, you is crazy. Because I perform, I go crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So, after that, we did a session. We had a little session. I made this song that y'all will never hear, sadly. Rest in peace to Circus, y'all feel me? No shade. But anyway, we made this song, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got salty or whatever. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Can't have to kill a nigga on the record, you feel me? And you feel me? So that was when I made that. So when we did that song and I did that verse, they knew it was OV. They knew it was OV. And J-Mo was the manager of Pakk Music, but he didn't speak to me for like a whole half of the year we was working. He hate nigga, but look, very observative man. He sits in the back of the sessions and don't talk at all. He's been like I love him so much. He really like my life teacher, you know what I'm saying? And June is when he became my manager. That's when I really became a part of Pakk Music, was in June, because like they really test you, bro. Like people be testing you. Like I had went back to Flint, I almost lost my goddamn mind, and it was all really the test to see how bad I wanted it. I was just gonna go back to Flint and be like, man, fuck all this shit, bro. You know, like people supposed to be there, you know. But I didn't do that. Like I went back to Flint. J-Mo was on tour because Soul was doing his Do What Thou Wilt tour at that time. And I came to the tour, and it was so funny because, like, that was my first time holding the full conversation with Soul. And he was like, he walked up to me. He didn't know who I was because, like, he hadn't seen me in so long. And he was like, can you put my hair in the ponytail? And I was like, what? And J-Mo was like, you know who this is, don't you? He was like, no. Because, like I said, I was in Detroit. And last time he seen me, I was in L.A. And he was like, this Yoshi. He was like, oh, P been telling me so much about you, and you so dope. And J-Mo leave me in the room with this man, like, go talk. And I'm like, nigga, what I'm supposed to say to this nigga, man? And I'm trying to talk to this man, and he's so smart. He talks in riddles, and he says stuff to you that you might not get at that moment, but, like, afterwards, you would get it all the way. So the whole Pakk Music journey was a long, crazy journey. Like I said, I became a Pakk Music artist in June, though. June is when J-Mo booked me for, like, I think 50 shows less than like 4 months. I was doing damn near 3 shows in one night. Like the next day I have 2 other shows. Man, he still ain't playing with me, but you know I take a little break now, y'all. But no, he wasn't playing with me. So it's I love Pakk Music, man. Shout out to them. They really took me in like a family, you know, and really like, and so being one of my favorite rappers, it's just like, it's crazy that somebody you listen to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Especially like that nigga great. So it's kind of like when he like telling me that I'm great, it's just like, for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's always, I get nervous sometimes because I'll be just like, damn, nigga, I got to be the coldest nigga. But at the same time, you know, I love, you know, challenges and stuff like that. But shout out to Pakk Music, man. Like, they really, like I said, like, they really love a young nigga, you feel me? And they really be, you know, so shout out to people spoiling the young nigga, you know. But, you know, shout out to Ashley, Adrian. Adrian make all my wigs. You feel me? Shout out to Adrian, you feel me? Ashley, she do my jewelry, you know, so, you know, nigga gotta stay fresh. Shout out to Young Chakras guys, too, you know what I'm saying? They bless the nigga with the jewels all the way from France, you feel me? I feel you.
I hear it. And then, so Yoshi, like, music-wise, like what can
I was talking long as hell. My fault, y'all. Be running out and lollygagging, you feel me?
But, like, what can we expect from you music-wise, like, as far as new drops, visuals, and all that?
You feel me? I got an album coming out called 48458, y'all feel
What's
me?
the meaning behind that?
I'm from Beecher, y'all. I'm from Flint, but I'm from Beecher, the Buck, y'all feel me? So I had to use, you know, the area code I grew up in, which was the 48458.
Okay.
The album is basically about you know, what went through my mind while I was growing up in Flint. I spoke on a lot of things, like I losing one of my best friends, which is Gabe. Rest in peace to my mans. That was like, that's the thing that triggered me really to move to LA, is when he got killed. Like 2 weeks later, I just had to go. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, Gabe. It's just a lot about me. Like I'm a crazy person, so I make a lot of different type of music at the same time. Like I be on some
how
hood shit,
experimental
trap,
is it, like, as far as, like, you know, the genre, like, you know, classification of your music? Like, how far do you go, like, outside?
Man,
I
I be making some crazy shit.
Like what? Let's get an example.
Like,
just give us like a couple
I be
bars.
doing the wildest shit.
Something.
I ain't gonna lie. I do some trap shit, some hood shit, some all types of shit, man. Some shit that don't even exist yet. I made and shit. Like I'm making all types of shit. Like my album gonna blow niggas' mind because they gonna be like, who is she? You can't label me. It's limitless. You feel me? It's a favorite song for everybody. Like there's no way somebody could be like, oh, she makes this type of music. I don't make no type of music. Like I can do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And then before we get ready to get out here, I wanted to get your opinion. You know, Ye's man, like, you know, back on Twitter, had the TMZ interview. So just what were your thoughts on his recent tirade?
That nigga crazy. I don't really want to speak on it because it's politics to everything. And, right. And you know, I don't talk too much. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, as all the artists and the people that's on the scene and people who really want to make a change in the world should just, like, focus on us bettering the world. Right. I don't care about what these niggas talking about, man. Like, let these niggas be crazy. They want to be crazy. Let these niggas be crazy. Because at the end of the day, like, God got the last so. The universe do. So at the end of the day, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on being a good person and doing whatever I can do to inspire the world. Right. I'm not trying to disencourage nobody. I'm not gonna be sitting here saying ignorant shit. Like when I get on, this a promise to everybody. When I get on, bro, and y'all hear me saying some crazy shit, next time y'all see me, I want y'all to beat my ass, bro. I ain't even playing with y'all though. Like snatch my wig off type shit. Because, like, I do not, like, you cannot, like, people lose themselves when they start sitting at the table they don't want to be in. They don't want to be at. I ain't trying, that's why I'm trying to eat with the same niggas forever.
I hear that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Shit.
That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, baby, you know?
Right. And then, you got any upcoming performances that the listeners should know about?
You feel me? I got like 6 shows this month, y'all feel me?
Let them know. Where at?
You feel me? You can catch me on the 12th at the Mars. You can catch me in Koreatown at the Mars Don't Attack show. What's this nigga name that put me on the show? What's this nigga name? Isaiah Malik, that's his nigga's name. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He put me on the show. Hannah got raps, all types of niggas on the show. So it's gonna be a dope show. I'm performing. I'm gonna do a very cool performance. I think I might go live instrumentation for that. Okay.
And let them know where the people can find you at on like your socials.
Y'all can find me on blackpeoplemeet.com. You feel what I'm saying? I'm really serious though. Like I'm looking for. You find me on Christian Ming. I'm looking for a fine fine Christian man to read me Corinthians. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, Yoshi Vintage, you feel what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. Hey, you can find me on everything at Yoshi Vintage, no underscores, no nothing, because I'm the original.
Word,
You
word.
feel
And
me?
we got to get up out of here at 3, so go ahead and get those last second shout outs off.
Shout out to everybody. So shout out to the hood. Shout out to 48458. Shout out to UCLA Radio. Shout out to my man Real Wisco. Shout out to my man right here. I ain't get your name, but shout out to my man right here. That's in the second seat. Shout out to Pakk Music. Shout out to my man Sid. Shout out to everybody listening. You know what I'm saying? We out here in these streets. Y'all feel me, gang?
Yes. Next week we back with Business Boy in the building. Shout out Yoshi Vintage
Appreciate
Flint, Michigan. Let's get it.
Gang, gang. Oh, that's garbage, man. Go back and do something else, man. Go play with your friends, man, because you ain't taking this serious or something. Come back, oh, that was hard. And it might be hard, but he still. I'm an artist, baby. I'm a star, baby.